they say that, there are three dimensions to the development of an individual. One is, of course, the IQ, the intellectual quotient, EQ, which we spoke of, the emotional quotient. But another dimension which most of us forget, what is called SQ, or the spiritual quotient. And I think ideally education should be giving all the three. In India, of course, we focus only on IQ, on understanding, cramming details, information. The other two are seldom, given attention to. And as a historian who deals with issues related to our past, our heritage, which is glorious in the case of India, I also notice when I speak to a lot of young people across India that there is a sense of disconnect from, our own heritage, our civilizational values, our history, our culture, spirituality, our own languages. I think several centuries of colonial rule and the manner in which we have been removed from our very essence and roots has brought this about. So, and that leads to a depletion of this third dimension of an SQ. So how does one, but there is an increasing, I notice that there is an increasing hunger, there is a thirst among the youth to go back to the roots, to understand what is it, where did we come from, what is it that we can take back from our past and heritage. So how do we address this, particularly since India is a beacon of hope for the whole world when it comes to matters of spirituality and history and heritage and culture?
Beautiful, Vikram. Your question has got several dimensions. One dimension is when you say coming to the roots of our own ancient culture or civilization. When we talk of that, then there are roots of every culture and civilization on this planet. And all the cultures, all civilizations had their roots. And as you know, as history tells, some cultures and civilizations providing very disastrous effects on human civilization. Certain specific cultures and civilizations have destroyed the peace of the whole humanity. Is it so?
Yes.
You agree to it?
Yes, good.
So if we, as a general rule, try to propound that everybody should look at his or her own roots of civilization or culture, then what does it mean? The terrorists will have also their own roots. And those who have been fighting in the names of religions, those who had taken the sword to civilize everybody in the name of their own roots, then they will also go to their roots and create the same similar havoc. So instead of generalizing a principle that we should go to the roots of our culture, I will like to make another generalization that instead of going to the roots of our culture or civilization of our past, because the past may be both negative and positive both.
Right.
So making it a general rule does not go down my throat. What I would like to generalize is we must try to go to the origins of our own source. In fact, as you talked of SQ or the spiritual quotient, all spiritual intelligence is simply based on the simple fact as to know what is the source from which we came, what is our origin, as to who am I. If we try to find out our own source, the original source, then we will have to think what is that. And whoever has thought on this issue of original source since times immemorial, they have gone to one conclusion, that our own source of creation lies within us. And once we go to that source of our origin, which is lying within us, that is what is meant by spiritual process. And when you get connected to that source which is hidden within you, all the enlightened masters of this planet have said that once you get connected to that source within you, you get connected to the source of the universe. That is the source of the universe also. In other words, when you get connected to your source within, then you get connected to your soul. That is they call self-realization. And when you get connected to that point, to that source, you get connected to the source of the universe also, because that point is connected to the source of the whole universe also. That is then you get connected through your soul to the source of the universe. That is what we call God, the ultimate energy. Soul is your soul energy, and call it God, call it source energy, call it ultimate energy in scientific terms. Then you get connected to that energy also. So the soul energy and the ultimate energy of the universe are the cosmic energy. Once you get connected to it, then you become capable of destroying all the undesirable dimensions of your life. If we can get connected to it, it means we have taken a deep dive into the divine, and it means if it happens, what is wanted in our lives, that will start happening, and what is required to disappear from our lives, that will start disappearing. We will not have to make principles about shoulds and should nots. What should happen will happen, what should not happen will not happen. That is why if you focus on the development of your spiritual quotient, all talks of morality and immorality will go in vain. Only the truth will start prevailing. So your question is very relevant. Now the ultimate required before humanity is to develop one's spiritual quotient. Not going to the original source of cultures, but going to the original source of your own being will take you to the original source of all the genuine cultures on this planet.
That's wonderfully put, Guruji. I think it summarizes all the things that we were discussing over these several sessions. So, dear friends, I'm sure over these sessions, we've gained a lot of valuable insight first into the larger Young Minds movement, which is not just Guruji's movement or one organization's movement, but all our collective movements for the whole of humanity. We understood what is a young mind. Is it just someone who is young by age or someone who is youthful? What are the characteristics of young minds? And also we dealt in detail about some of the challenges that particularly those who are young by age actually face, and how spirituality and the Young Minds movement itself and that basic tool that is available to all of us of meditation can help us get rid of all these challenges. I'm sure all of you would have enjoyed and benefited immensely from these conversations. And on behalf of all of you, I would like to sincerely thank Pujya Guruji for his time and for sharing this invaluable knowledge with all of us. Pranam Guruji, and thank you.
Thank you, Vikram. Your presence has always been enlightening to me and to the audience also. Thank you so much.